Digital marketing for HVAC and home service businesses.
Strategies and stories from industry experts to help you succeed.
Hey, wait, welcome to the show.
Great to be here, Ryan. Great to be here.
Yeah. So this is a little unconventional new podcast. So the podcast that Jana and I launched for our marketing agency, the Outwork'em Podcast, is usually hosting home service business owners. And I put out a link to invite people to my podcast earlier this week, and I was stoked whenever you were the first person to sign up, because I had one memory that popped up, is because it's the Outwork'em Podcast, and back when we were in high school playing basketball together, we would get some intense one-on-one working hard basketball drill sessions in before the game even started. We were trying to get after it.
I mean, game days, you would walk in before the JV guys usually, and you would start your routine, and that kind of just stuck to me. It was great.
Yeah, we had a good time. And then, so I know we've been in touch a little bit over the years. We just connected the dots that my wife had already met you at yoga class. And I told her that she might have met you, and she definitely was stoked to hear that I was excited for you to have you on. But this is like a kind of a rolling start into the podcast, because I usually have questions for the niche, but I actually feel like Pool Party Gaming. That's your company's name, right?
Correct. Yes.
I have a feeling that y'all are going to be the first sponsor of the podcast, and every sponsor has their own episode to get the word out. I feel like the demographic of people that are watching the podcast, tune in, are guests on the podcast. A lot of them like sports. We end up talking about some different stuff like that sometimes. So I'd love to spread the message there and get the word out as much as possible. And then also, if nothing else, we'll make sure we have a bunch of good clips and content to get more of my network aware of Pool Party and everything that's going on with what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean that sounds awesome. And kind of once we started our business to business relationships, everything that we do, we try to collab. We try to make it a win-win. So Totally on board with you there. I love the stuff that you guys are putting out. Your guys' style is so authentic. It's awesome. So hopefully we can get some traction here.
Cool. So full transparency, Pool Party Gaming, I peeked at it maybe a year ago whenever it popped on my radar, and I think I've watched half of a sports event in the last year. But my family's super into it. I got people texting me sometimes telling me they're buying me blocks on a pool. People telling me they won money. I think my mom told me she saw your stuff down at Coach's. But if you could tell me how your platform works, what value you're providing, and what people are liking about it, I'd love to learn, because I haven't been a user yet.
Yeah. So I'll just start. I'll take it back to the origins, because it kind of will help. The story will flow a little better. So it's probably 8-9 years ago, around this time. Me and my friends were super into the NBA playoffs, and we're searching online, like, where is an NBA playoff pool that we can do? And there was nothing. So my brother and I, we decided to build a pool on Google Sheets.
Okay.
So the pool we built was brand new. We incorporated the bracket aspect of March Madness, where you're picking the NBA playoff bracket. And then every day there was a game. You pick one team to win against the spread. So it was the bracket, you pick it and watch. And then also we were the day-to-day type people where we could go in and make a pick.
So it's like a winner's, I've heard that referred to as a winner's pool, I think.
A little bit different. So every day you get a pick. If you get it right, you get a point. If you didn't, you get 0 points. And if you push, it's a half.
Okay.
So Yeah. So I was a pool host myself, running things on ESPN, CBS Sports, the big guys there. And every year those pools came around, I would have to do a little door knocking again, like, hey, are you getting back in the pool again, type thing. Next year, come beginning of April, I had people knocking on my door this time.
Nice.
Are you running that NBA playoff pool again? Can I invite a couple buddies in? They would love it, type thing. So,
awesome.
Yeah, we're like, okay, people like this. So then we created our own college football survivor pool that wasn't out there before, and pretty much the same thing happened. People got in it right away. They loved it, said this was awesome. So we decided we had to bring this to the web. So we actually launched. It was our
You
alpha
mean
launch.
the World Wide Web?
The World Wide Web.
There we go.
Right. Exactly. So we launched on the World Wide Web last March Madness for the Sweet 16. So we had our site up. It looked pretty ugly, to be honest with you, but we were family and friends only, testing functionality, making sure the data we were pulling in. Once that game was over, boom, winner moved on in the bracket. You got your points. So that was an awesome success for us.
Nice.
Then our next pool, NBA
Wait,
playoffs.
Who won that poll?
Oh, you're going to love this. You're going to love this. Michael Sherry was the first ever.
Michael Sherry, first winner. Hey, good job, Mike. I knew you had it in you.
Yeah. He's actually on his way to a Mount Rushmore career for pool party gaming. He's brought home a couple other belts, including a tag team championship with his wife. So.
Oh, wow. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Impressive.
So then we did our beta launch. It was actually that NBA playoff pool. I think we ended up with about 75 people in that pool. And during that, the pool started and we saw some small things and, we made some tweaks. We were building as we went on, but within a couple of weeks, pool was live and full and everything went great. So after that, our target was football season. Football is king in the sports world. So we developed a NFL Survivor, NFL Pick'em, and then our own special college football Survivor. So behind the scenes, our team, we're deciding like, all right, guys, how big can we go? What's our marketing strategy going to be? Because, you put out pools and you get some people in it and they blow up. You might never come back again.
Yeah.
So we decided, especially because we had to change some ththings around on our back end, we decided to go for a soft launch to start football. Just to be cautious, we've never proven we can run an NFL Survivor pool. We think we could do it, but we never did it with hundreds of people in it. So we launched football, and things went great with the 3 pools, except on the NFL Survivor side, the Bengals got upset in week 1, Ravens big upset in week 2, someone in week 3. We lost 97% of our entrants by week 4.
Yeah.
So we had some people asking us, hey, are you guys going to do another one? That went too quick. I want to do one. So we're like, what can we do? So here we're like, guys, we did it. We know we can run an NFL Survivor. Let's go make this bigger. Let's go have some fun. So we got attached to Mike and Tony's Gyros, a Pittsburgh staple. I know you know all about them.
They bulked me up.
All right. So they said, we would love to give a $500 gift card to the winner of your pool. So we built out a pool environment, branded Mike and Tony's, take you to their website if you want catering, blah, blah, blah. And everyone there is making Survivor picks. So we had about a 2-week lead up. We were hitting every Steeler game, every Penguin game, every big event. We ended up getting 323 people in it. And it started in week 6, went on the rest of the year. 21 people made it all the way through. So super fun there.
Yeah.
And then coaches, like you brought up, coaches caught wind of it. They said, hey, could you guys build us a Steelers pool? So I think it was the last 10 Steelers game, 15 questions, pretty much coin flips. Who's going to win? Which quarterback will have more passing yards? We created, will Mike Tomlin lose a challenge? So like Pittsburgh specific questions, created a pool like that for them. And then we started working with Shooters Golf and Redbeards and then a college football podcast. So now basically we run pools and we look to partner up with businesses who are looking to have some fun, whether they're trying to bring in their community and give out some cool prizes, or if they're trying to get some marketing traction around Pittsburgh, hopefully we'll be beyond that. So the business-to-business thing kind of just came up because our Survivor pool went nuts through week 3 and just opened up a door we didn't see.
So you connected with Lenny over at Redbeards?
Oh yeah. We worked with Lenny. That was during their transition. They were closing the Redbeards in Mount Washington. So it was really cool timing for them, because a lot of people I talked to, and they would see Redbeards and be like, Redbeards is closing. I'd be like, what about the downtown store? Like, they have a downtown show. So it gave them some great pub during that transition. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome. Yeah. Lenny's one of my dad's best friends, and he's a great guy. So shout out to Lenny Redbeards. Little promo there. Thanks for collabing with Pool Party.
Heck yeah. I totally forgot about your dad. Wasn't even thinking about when this came through. So one of those, we actually went to a Pitt game. I know your family, big Pitt Panthers fans. So we're down there passing out cards to people. And, there's an art to it. Some people right away, you're getting the FU eyes, and it's like, I appreciate your time, my man. Some people are interested in you, and some people are just like, you don't know, so you do it. But ran into your dad down there. He goes, let me see 20 of those cards. He stops the whole tailgate. He goes, yo, Pool Party Gaming, get in the Survivor pool, and just picking out cards. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, awesome. I love that. He's a star. Oh, absolutely. I can picture it. So that was a Pitt football game?
Yeah, that was a Saturday, 12 o'clock start, so probably ran into him down there around 10:30, just having some fun.
Yeah, you if you see my little brother Bobby hop in a pool, I think him and Nadeem might be they should be blacklisted or something, because I know they're building some models and stuff, and I think they might have a competitive edge. So keep your eye on those guys.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we gotta track our people for sure. So yeah, we'll put them on the do not fly list for now.
Oh, awesome. So what about I love hearing about the B2B connection and how that kind of came about from, like you said, the Survivor pool not working out exactly as you wanted, and then some other businesses get involved. What are the like user experiences like? I got to hear about how the business owners are, getting a little bit more exposure and things like that. But what about the people who are hopping in the pool from coaches? Are they hopping into your are there other programs available for them to jump in that aren't coaches specific? How does that all come together?
Yeah. So they found out about coaches probably at. Go ahead.
No. So I didn't ask the question right. So after they get in the coach's pool, they found out about it there. But do you have like all kind of other stuff going on in the app that they can? And I call it an app, but you said it's on the web. So it's a website.
Website with an app in the works. Our goal is to get the app up by football next year.
Gotcha. Awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So we'll just talk about March Madness, because that's what's coming up. So we are doing a pool with Restore Hyper Wellness. They are sponsoring our Sweet 16 restart pool. So with Restore, they have marketing materials they have at their shop. We'll do the same thing, pass them out to people, get some word in. But all those people, once they join the Restore pool, well, now they can join our women's bracket, and they can join our men's Survivor and our men's bracket. So all those other games, what we did on our site, unless it's specifically for a fundraising pool, every pool is free for our users.
Oh, nice.
So that's also a pivot we made. So all of our direct competitors, basically you're going there, you are creating a pool, and they're charging you X amount of dollars per person in your pool. That's the way we thought we were going to go, until we realized no one knows Pool Party yet. 95% of people, as soon as they have to put in a credit card, are leaving. So we said, we'll leave it free for now, and we'll see when we want to switch it. And then now with all the businesses on, we're like, can we keep these pools free for everyone? So that's the model we're going now. For March Madness alone, we probably have about 20 different partners, some at different levels. It's pretty much a Pittsburgh-based thing now, but we got our first restaurant in Colorado involved, so we're slowly but surely trying to penetrate the World Wide Web.
Awesome. I love that. Oh, yeah. So March, what's the date for the Sweet 16 starting? I know you said March Madness, but the Sweet 16, does that start more like the end of March?
Yeah, so the Sweet 16 will start on the 27th.
27th.
So it's a week after the start of the tournament. So you got games that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which takes round 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then they take a break till another Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and that's the Sweet 16 Elite 8 weekend.
All right. So say I want to encourage some people to get involved and hop in the pool. What do I tell them to do? What are the next steps?
Yeah. So I'm not sure when this is airing, but we're launching the March Madness platform this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as it's live, if you're in the pool, one thing we've created on your homepage, right smack in your face, there is a there's a referral link. So you tap that, whether you're on your computer, your phone, you tap it, you can paste it into a text message, into an email, and it's easy access to get people into the pool. And what we're doing with that too is, so we appreciate people for inviting other people onto our website. That is humongous for us.
Mm-hmm.
And we think people should be rewarded like that. So with our leaderboards, the people with the most referrals are going to get prizes as well. So it's
Cool.
kind of, you guys are helping us out, create an awesome pool. Thank you for that. Here's a little reward for you.
Nice. Well, I'll be sure to share the referral link. Get me a referral link. I'll probably create an account and then have one, it sounds like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
So as soon as we launch, I will let you know. You can go create an account, and then I'd love to hear your feedback. But we're going to have 3 pools launching to start: the men's bracket, women's bracket, and then our Survivor pool. Probably going to be sponsored by Aura Sauna Studios. They're going to give out some cool prizes. So all of those 3 pools you'll be able to join right away. And then that Sweet 16 pool will come a touch later just because it's a little bit down the road.
All right. And you said the Sweet 16 starts the 27th. Today's March 6th. And what's the deadline to enter that Sweet 16 pool? Is it like the 26th or when can we hop in? Up until?
It'll be game time. The first game that starts that Sweet 16. So that's usually a little later start, probably like a 6 o'clock start maybe. But whatever that first game time is,
Mm-hmm.
as soon as we hit that time, the join link is just gone because the tournament started.
Awesome. Nice.
Yeah,
so
we give people till the very end to sneak in. Yeah.
Awesome. I feel like we'll be able to get this up before that deadline, so we'll be able to get the word out. And I will create an account and I'll do my best to get involved. I mean, I've heard crazy stories about people who aren't watching a lot of sports sometimes winning some of these things. So, Mike Sherry, I'm coming for you, brother.
All right, you want my favorite pool party story of all time for a winner?
Please.
So, Super Bowl,
Mm-hmm.
we end up partnering with David Allen Clothing, which
Yep.
is really cool because, we had the bar restaurant market down. Now we're showing people, hey, we can work with anyone. So they gave away a custom suit to the first place winner. So my wife, she works at a yoga studio. Hannah works down there,
Mm-hmm.
and she usually she'll tell her friends like, hey, I'm going to get your friends in your NBA pool. And I'm like, thanks, but no, you're not. Like, you're not going to do it. It's okay, type thing. Super Bowl, they were interested because everyone watches the Super Bowl. And especially when Hannah said the winner's giving away a suit, one of her best friends, she was going suit shopping for her wedding.
Mm-hmm.
So they made a pact. They said, hey, we're all going to get in the pool. And if we win, the suit's going to go to Barbie. And Barbie's brother from Philadelphia, who she texted the day of the Super Bowl, said, hey, jump in this pool real quick. Ended up winning the pool, gave her husband the suit, which they picked up at David Allen a couple of days later.
That's epic. I love that story. Bobby's brother came through for the win.
So my favorite, actually, I left this out. I shouldn't have. So she texted her family, mom, dad, brother, hey, get in this pool for me. We can win a suit. No one responded to her as group texts go. So the Super Bowl ends. I don't know who, I look up the winner. He has a 717 area code. I don't know. She doesn't know who it is. She wakes up to a text from her brother. Hey, I had 42 points. How'd I do? That was the winner.
Wow. I love that story. That's a good story.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I got a good idea of how it works. I got some good stories. I got the eye I had a tiger in me with this Mike Sherry Mount Rushmore stuff. I'm not having it. I mean, coming for you, Mike. But the sponsorship. So these the businesses that have got involved thus far. If a business wants to have you build them a poll or something like that, what do we do? How do we get in touch with you?
Yeah, so with the release of March Madness is version 2.0 of our site, and one of right on the nav bar, it's going to be a partners link, and it'll explain to them the partners that we work with, the different categories, and then there will be a sheet for them to fill out if they are interested in partnering. So real basic. We'll just get their business, what sports they might be interested in, and basically we'll just do a little research about. If we know them, great. If not, we'll do a little research, set up a call, and see what we can create fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
So they inquire basically like a lead form, and then you just get back to them with either email or phone call or something like that.
I'm hoping that's the model going forward. I mean, as we started gaining traction, it was all our team out there doing the hunting, talking to people, which we still will do, because there's companies on our list who are like, we would love to partner them for specific reasons. But opening up the avenue for people to reach out to us now should be able to help and hopefully give us some more advanced planning, get people signed up early. Yeah. And then a really cool part of that is we've been able to create 2 different tiers. So like the David Allen clothing, the Mike and Tony's, those were what we call main event sponsors, which are site-wide. So that's someone right now, it's if you want to gather attention from the greater Pittsburgh area, that's a great avenue for you. If you are a smaller business, smaller restaurant, we have what we call community pools. And that basically, we're building you the pool environment with your branding, with your logo, with your messaging, but we're not going out in Pittsburgh and getting everyone in it. We're handing you the keys and saying, hey, go bring your community in this. Run a free pool where you're going to give away a gift card, or run a pool and you can bring people in to watch March Madness. So we have 2 different tiers for it now, and people really like the community pool level.
Nice.
Yeah. So didn't think that, I was the traditional person to come onto this podcast, but I know you're working with a lot of people where you're bringing users to their website. That's exactly what we're doing. Do you see like the services that you're providing to kind of overlap, something that could fit for anyone with a website, bringing people in?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, we got started with a generalist marketing agency back in 2016, serving e-com, local business owners, selling products on Amazon, people selling products locally. And then in 2023, we identified that out of all the different companies we're working with, home service businesses had a very similar theme across the board, whether it was roofing, HVAC, plumbing. They all had essentially replacements or installations, which were the higher ticket items. And then they had repair work that also needed done, and was usually an opportunity to get clients for those replacements and installations at times. So it's just matching homeowners with leads and then helping them convert those leads into sales. So it wasn't much different than where I got started in e-com, where I was driving traffic to a website that sold a product. So I needed to get a certain type of person with a certain need or interest into the e-commerce store, and then focus on conversion rate optimization to turn those leads into customers, and then ultimately focus on growing the lifetime value of that relationship. So providing great value to the customer, and then the business is usually measuring that value in forms of profit or dollars. So across the board, it's usually how many leads can we generate? How can we improve our conversion rate? How can we measure the lifetime value of the customer? And then that tells us how much money we can spend to acquire a customer across the platforms that we want to use to get progress. So found out that you have a podcast as well, right?
Yeah, we started a podcast. We're seven episodes in now.
What's the podcast called?
The Pool Party Gaming Podcast right now. I wanted to keep it simple, aligned. We'll probably focus on that a little bit more, doll it up, put the lipstick on it. But right now, we just had some really cool conversations. A couple of the businesses we worked with, we brought them on and chatted with them about what they're doing. We had one pool. We did a high school booster pool for the Moon Tigers boys basketball, and we brought on Coach Gino Palmasino. He already has 3 Whitfield championships, a state under his belt, so that was super cool to hear his story. And then we've actually had 2 of our users on who have excelled and done well to talk as well. So mix of users, business, and whatever else is cool out there in the sports world.
Nice. And where can I go listen to the pod?
Yeah, pretty much anywhere. Apple Podcast. We got it up on YouTube. We got it on Spotify. So Podbean punches out a couple other places if you use some smaller platforms, but we have it shooting out to at least 7 spots.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So when's the next episode coming out? Do you have like a cadence or you could mention what podcast aired most recently? Maybe that'll point some people back to it.
Yeah. So the most recent podcast that we ran with was actually the owner of Mike and Tony's. So with them, we do, like I said, we can do some creative stuff. We're doing the Mike and Tony's Beer Pong Madness that Friday of March Madness opening. We're going to have 64 teams in a bracket competing to be the Pittsburgh Beer Pong champion. So we talked about his business, how they keep expanding, what the plans are. We talked, he's from Greece, so learned a lot of cool stuff about what it's like over there. And then just getting some excitement out for the beer pong tournament. So that was the last one. The next one we have scheduled, it'll be out next week. That part-time designer I told you about, he did a total makeover to the site. So once we release that, we're going to talk to him about that. And then he has his own ventures going on where we'll kind of talk about his DJing and behind-the-scenes stuff.
Oh, cool. Love that. I'll be excited to check that one out. Awesome. Yeah, I'm here. I'm an ally along the way. And I already have so many things coming into my mind to throw out there as ideas, ask questions, clarify the assumptions I have already. That's usually step one. I hear about someone's business and my mind just starts coming up with ideas, and they're built on these assumptions. And I'm like, okay, let me clarify all my assumptions before I start building anything on top of that. And so we'll have a chat and connect about how we can get more users into pool party gaming, and also how we can get you more B2B partners.
Yeah, the B2B is a really big one because I can hop in my car and go down to Coach's Bottle Shop, but if we're trying to expand from city to city, that's where we're really going to have to figure something out. So yeah.
How'd you get the company in Denver to partner with you?
So I have family out in Denver, make a couple trips. My aunt has an awesome mountain house. The GM down at Redbeard's, Brent, I went down there after, it was during the Pittsburgh bar battle. It was Redbeard's versus Coaches versus Mike and Tony's versus Shooters. Just down there watching some games, hanging out with him, and let him know I'm going to Denver. And he said, my brother owns Dino's in Winter Park. And I was like, holy cow. Like I've actually been to Dino's before. And he was like, he loves sports more than me. He's like, I'll let him know that you're coming in and you should tell him about it. So I was like, perfect. So ended up going into Dino's one night and found out this guy's already been in our pool. So he knew I didn't have to do any selling at all. He's like, where do I sign?
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Any parting words for the listeners?
So ultimately what we're doing, what we are building, we want to build the greatest sports pool platform in the world. And ultimately we are building it with our users, with our partners. There's been a couple things that came out of ideas that weren't ours, and they were some of our coolest pools that we've done. The feedback that the second shot Survivor we did with Mike and Tony's never would have happened if we didn't have people saying, can you guys do another one? So we have our ideas. We think they're great, but we love listening to our listeners. And if they come up with something, we would love to build it. And we want to be not only, a free sports pool where you're working with businesses, but we're going to have some cool games that you've never seen before as well.
Okay. Any sports like soccer or anything like that? Have you got into any of that stuff yet?
On the roadmap. So I actually just saw today FIFA is thinking about making the World Cup a 64 team bracket, which would be amazing, but that's not till down the road. But we're working with a couple bars now for March Madness who bring people in Saturday mornings for soccer. So we're talking about what kind of pool we can do, where it's basically, you come in Saturday morning, you probably make your picks, and now as you're watching the games, you got a little bit of free skin in the game as well. So short-term roadmap, we are going March Madness, Triple Crown horse racing, NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, and then behind the scenes, we're having our first talks about baseball, soccer, and some other things like that.
Nice. And I hear you saying what's the team like? How many people you got involved?
Yeah, so we have 3 full-time, myself, big brother Eric, he runs the tech side of things, and then you may know the name Marco Gentini is our lead dev.
I know Marco, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So that's the core. We have a lead designer who we kind of pull in as neat. So we pulled him in as we're doing version 2.0 in March Madness again. And then we've had a little bit people popping in here and there. Sometimes project management help, a little bit on the sales side. So 3 solid, but maybe 4 to 5 floating around in and out right now. Awesome.
Well, I'm excited to keep in touch about how things evolve, get into this March Madness poll, and get your message out there with the referral link for some people to sign up. And Pool Party Gaming, poolpartygaming.com.
Poolpartygaming.com, POOL. That's it.
Okay. We got www.poolparty.com coming at you. We got A-Weight. Oh, I messed it up. So it's poolpartygaming.com.
Yes, sir.
See, glad I'm clarifying. That will, maybe my mess up will be edited out. Maybe I'll leave it. But we got poolpartygaming.com. Sign up there and let's all beat Mike Sherry this poll.
Let's all beat Mike Sherry, and I love hearing you spell that out and everything. So I just got to say, I don't know a ton of your guys day to day, of course. I just kind of see what I see on the socials. But the way that you're just all about getting other people's messages out there, collaborating with like that, just hats off to you guys. Really respect it.
Appreciate you.